My name is Monica Gleberman, and you're listening to Silence on Set podcast. On today's podcast, we're at the premiere of Shantaram, which is about a fugitive, Lin Ford, who looks to get lost in the chaotic 1980s Bombay. Alone in an unfamiliar city, Lin struggles to avoid trouble, but falls for a woman and must choose between freedom and love and the complications that come along with it. So to talk about the show, first up is co-creator and executive producer Steve Lightfoot.
I'd always loved the book. I read Shantaram when it first came out 17 years ago, and so I was very excited when I was asked to come on board and adapt it. Shantaram is a story about a man who escapes jail and makes his way to India, where he falls into lots of adventures, all while trying to find a path to redemption.
Next up, we have star Charlie Hunnam. Can you give us a little description about what the show's about?
It's a television show based on a novel which is loosely based on a true story about a man in 1979 who was in prison in Australia and wasn't having a very nice time in prison, so he escaped, went on the run, ended up in Bombay, 1979, and falls in love, meets friends, makes enemies, finds God, and ends up rising to the top of the Bombay Mafia.
Can you talk to us a little bit about your character, Lin Ford?
Lin Ford is just like you or I. It was very important to me in this first season that he feel very neutral and accessible and sort of like he was just on the beginning of his journey. So he's just a regular person.
What are some of the themes of the show?
It's really kind of a story of rebirth and how we bring forth our, highest potential for our lives.
How has the journey of making the show been?
It's the very end of a 7-year journey for me. I've been trying to get the show made for 7 years. I'm one of the producers as well as one of the actors. So it's been a long journey to get this to season 1.
Next up is Antonia Desplat. What did it mean to you to star in Shantaram?
Shantaram is my whole world to me. It's my first lead female role as an actor on a huge international show. So I'm very, very grateful. The fact that it's in India, the fact that we're all such an international cast, it just makes the show extremely special.
What do you think the show means?
It's a love letter to India, it's a love letter to friendship, it's a love letter to romance.
Up next is Kamath. What is Shantaram about?
I think Shantaram's about love and connection and really, finding yourself through, a journey through a foreign land. It's also people who live in this land trying to find themselves, their identity, and the trials and tribulations through that with a beautiful country as a backdrop, which is India.
What was it like working with this cast and crew?
Everyone's so talented, so lovely. I think this whole production is such a global, international show that everyone's come together, brought their talents, their skills, their energy, their background, and it makes it so rich and wonderful to watch.
Next up is Fayssal Bazzi. So what do you think Shantaram is about?
Shantaram is about, it's like a redemption of a man who found himself in a lot of trouble, and now he's trying to seek enlightenment and find a better path for his journey.
Can you tell us a little bit about your character?
Here he is Alyy Khan's right-hand man. He is Iranian. He's been in India for about 10 or so years, and he's part of the mafia there.
Up next is Elektra Kilbey. Can you talk to us a little bit about your character, Lisa Carter?
Lisa Carter is an American vagabond-type girl who has found herself in Bombay in 1983, accidentally develops a brown sugar habit and needs to support that through various ways. And when we meet her, when the show begins, she's at rock bottom in her arc. She takes, control of her life, finds agency, and tries to, if she can't beat all the rest of the crew, so she'll join them in scheming.
What was it like working with Charlie Hunnam?
Charlie is an absolute professional. He is humble, he is intelligent, and he never does the same take twice. You will never, he doesn't plan what he's gonna do, he goes with the moment. Every take is new, which makes everyone else have to just react, and it makes being on set with him so much fun.
And finally, here's Alyy Khan.
Shantaram comes from the word Shanti, which means peace. So Shantaram would be man of peace.
What was it like to work with Charlie Hunnam?
Working with Charlie was really refreshing. You know, we'd seen him on screen and obviously seen his body of work. But to see the amount of humility and passion he brings to the project, that was really enriching for an actor like me. And hats off to him because he had, the dog's body of the work. He was on pretty much all the time. And the energy he brought to it, it was just sensational.
Hope you guys enjoyed listening to the cast of Shantaram talk about their show and what fans can expect for season 1 at their premiere. The show will be on Apple TV Plus, so make sure you go and check it out. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you're updated on all of our latest podcasts, and head over to our YouTube channel, hit subscribe so you're updated on all of our video content.